My project is a whole animation on week 4 of embryology. So I got the idea from, I have friends in medical school, and so I was asking them what is particularly difficult to conceptualize. And a lot of them said embryology because there are a lot of moving parts over a long period of time and a lot of complicated folding. And usually the only learning tools that they have is in textbooks, and so they have to read a description and then figure out what the embryo looks like. And so I decided that I would make an animation to show everything that's happening over the course of development. And so it's going to be hosted on a website, and so there'll be an animation, and then there's going to also be 7 different models for each day of week 4. It's kind of cliche, but I love Frank Nutters. He's like the #1 medical illustrator, my favorite guy. But in particular, I would say I look on Pinterest and Instagram at other different artists, and I do graphic design as well. That's what I was doing before this course. And so any particular color palette that speaks to me, like a great color, I'll incorporate that into my own work. One of the best things about my course is my program director, Caroline. She's one of the most helpful people I've ever met. She's always reachable. Anytime you have a question, if she doesn't know the answer, she'll point you in the right direction to somebody who can help you. And this year, it's been especially hard, and you have to figure out everything by yourself. And so it's been really nice to have her as a guide. So I am from Chicago, and I studied biology and art in undergrad. And when I heard about this course, I immediately decided that this is what I wanted to do. I had never heard of medical illustration before, and so it was a perfect way to, meld my 2 passions. Then I applied, and I got in, and so I was working as a graphic designer for 2 years before this, and then once I got in, I deferred 1 year and worked, and then now I'm here. One of my favorite things about studying here, and one of the reasons why I came to Dundee instead of other universities, is they do cadaver dissection for the medical art students, and so that was actually one of the most amazing experiences. We were paired up with a partner, and then we got to dissect the cadaver's face, and that was just a really great way to learn anatomy. I wouldn't change it for anything. That was great. My ideal job after I graduate would be to work for a university medical school anywhere. I just want to be in that environment. Or freelancing I would be very happy doing that. I'm hoping to stay in Scotland for at least another 2 years. I'm applying for another visa after this one, and hopefully I will get a job in Scotland and be able to stay here.